Okay, hi, welcome to my forum via YouTube Live. I hope you can bear with me until the end of the session because today we are going to discuss important agenda. First of all, I would like to stress on your assignment, okay, because I got some questions, from group leader or member itself regarding the first one is the topic of the assignment, okay. So it's very simple. You need to choose only one topic, out of so many topics that I listed in your guidelines. So you just choose one. For instance, you want to do games. You guys interested to do games. So choose only one game, yeah. So for example, you want to choose Wow Bulan. Okay, Wow Bulan is only, it's only the topic that you need to discuss, you need to elaborate, you need to find the content, and also if you able to produce the product of Wow Bulan, you can, submit together with your assignment, alright? And how about the assignment topic? Choose the correct one. For instance, one of the students asked me whether temple or shrine is a traditional house. She wants, to choose Batu Cave, for example. Then she asked me, Puan Puteh, Batu Cave, is it a traditional house? What do you think? But I mean, personally, I think that's not traditional house, okay? So, just choose a correct assignment topic. Brainstorm, do it together in group, okay, before you come up with a correct topic. This is where I want to evaluate your teamwork and your cooperation and your critical thinking and analyzing skill, so that from your topic, I know what you are going to do and how how far you are going, okay? Right. How about the turn-in issue? Okay, this is not, this is not the new issue for me, because usually when I ask students to submit the turn-in plagiarism, software, then when they submit the file, they can, many of you got like 10%, more than 10% or what. So I put like 7% to 8% still okay, right? If you go further like 10%, 30% or 50%, it's a very, you need to do something on your assignment. So paraphrase it, okay? Make your own ideas, come up with your own ideas, use people's quotation and you can elaborate more, okay? Make something on your assignment. So when you want to resubmit your Turn-in, ensure that you are not using the previous account, which means that if the first file submitted or did by the group leader, then you, for the second file, that after you edit everything, use other group members' name or the user, not the same one, because they need 24 hours to refresh the system of the report. So all this I hope you can settle before you submit your assignment. Don't come to me and say, teacher, I cannot submit because still pending for the report. No. Okay, just settle before you submit. If anything, just let me know through MOOC chat. So I hope this clear, okay, to you. And okay, about the Turn-in report also, I no need, I don't want you to submit the whole report. Only the first page that stated how many percent that you have plagiarized, people's work or something, that the one that with percentage there. Alright, just submit that one. So means only the first cover page, okay, and put it at the back of your assignment. Right. And about the printing or submission process, I want the group leader to submit to me, okay, only one copy, right? So no need to ask me like everyone must submit or what. No, only one group by group leader, and only all of you will get the same marks. okay? Unless I got complaint or what from the group leader saying that one of the group member did not participate at all, so I'm going to give him or her 0, and that one must be supported by the group leader's letter at the back of the assignment, okay? So please be cooperative and just settle all this assignment, then later you'll get a good marks, okay? I'm willing to give all of you good marks, no problem, right? And there is an issue of those who cannot go to research site. What's the next step that what they can do? Do not like email me, attach with all your MC or what, no. When you submit assignment, ask your group leader to include your hospitalization letter or admission letter or what to support your excuse why you are not joining them for the historical sites research, So just put at the back of the at the back of the assignment in appendix, okay? And I just accept something like something like hospitalization or death of the nearest relative, family members, and also just put at the back, okay? And no like MC or clash of the class, I don't need all these excuses. Yeah, you have to find a good time for you guys to meet up and go there together in a group, and please include your group photo in your assignment at the back, right? In appendix. Alright, there are few groups asking me if, say, they are doing the same topic with other group, how about, their assignment, will it affect their marks or what? It depends, okay? I don't say I don't allow, you have, you to have the same topics, but the things, you need to understand that I might compare your product with other groups' product, so ensure that this is totally different, like what you are doing and the others are doing is totally different. Okay, so that I won't compare like who's better and not. Or to be safe, you choose the different topic from other group. You can just survey, ask them, okay, what they are doing, and you choose your own, yeah? Right. And what are the criteria that I'm going to assess? I think it's normal for all assignment, yeah? Basically, the content itself, the first one is your comprehensiveness and your learning outcome. So it must be comprehensive. Everything that the things that you study, it must be comprehensive, it must be in detail, okay? It must have the origins or history of the things you are study. For instance, you take wow bulan, right? So wow kites, right? So this wow, maybe in Malay archipelago, we have different type of wow, okay? And different states also different types of wow. So you need to differentiate that one in the beginning of your assignment. Then later, you have your travel journal, all these, put it in order. Okay, should be synchronized. And learning outcome is very important. What did you learn from your research? Okay, because you are degree student, we expect you to analyze the data, do interview and everything. So it's, the appreciation of your study. So you need to include all this appreciation, able to, to know about this and that, So, and what you have learned, like leadership skills, communication between you and your friends, and everything you can put as your learning outcome. Right. The second one is your language. Okay, because starting from this, we are following the MQA requirement that they need to you to produce in BM, Bahasa Melayu. So you need to, use people's expertise to, to really produce assignment in a good BM, yeah. But a few grammatical errors and everything, I don't really count, okay? As long as the content itself is comprehensive, then should be okay. Right. The third one is organization. So, as I mentioned in assignment guideline, there will be like introduction, content, and, the sequence of that. If you follow, then your assignment is organized. And when you take the video in on the site itself, do not make it like free video and make me dizzy. When I want to review back the video, I was like, some videos are like, going here and there, so it make me like not really static, so it's kind of like not really organized, I guess. Okay. And number 4 is teamwork. So this is when I evaluate students' teamwork. When they have no problem, no conflict, like they just do their tasks, okay? Because this one I choose for you, your group members. So this is where I evaluate your teamwork skill. Okay, you're able to do work in group and then come up with a good product. Then I'll give you full mark for your teamwork. So here, that's why I say do not really like, group members to come and see me and, get my opinion about their leader, about their group, other group members, different of opinions and conflict. You just try to settle your problem professionally, yeah? Right. And last one will be the creativity. It doesn't mean like creativity, like every page is different color with the border and everything. The paper that you use is very high quality paper or glossy or what. No. Creativity means the way you organize, the way you adjust with the pages, with the pictures itself. So it looks like, very creative. Maybe you can come up with your own product, like maybe you do Wabulan, you make a sample for me, like how it looks with the Wow Bulan things, So just show me that this is your product, how you imitate the real Wow Bulan. So this kind of thing is included in your creativity. Right. Okay, about the midterm, okay, about your term test. We don't call it midterm because midterm should be in the middle. So we call it test 1 and test 2. Like this week, we have the term test 1, so do not miss any tests, Because when I open for, say, 3 days, so just, take your time for that 3 days to settle. And don't say like, oh, because open learning, the MOOC things I do for 1 week, so I expect the midterm to be open for 1 week. No, that's not the way, okay? That's why I say read instruction carefully. When I say 3 days, means 3 days until what time to what time. So you can do during the duration. Don't give me all this excuse because I'm not going to re-prepare the midterm for you because of your, problem or your things, that you forgot or anything. Okay, I don't entertain any excuse, please. Yeah, right. But if you say like, if you being hospitalized, in hospital also got the internet connection, right? Because when I do it in times means you can access everywhere, it's accessible. So there is no issue of connectivity or network or what. You can just do it. And when I say only one attempt, means that you cannot like, when you read this and then you want to refer to textbook or what. No, this is exam, you must focus, just finish within that 30 minutes, okay? Don't say, oh teacher, because I have no time, while I'm doing that, my mom called me or what. No, just focus that 30 minutes, no distraction at all. You just finish your test, yeah? Because I will not entertain any more excuse on the midterm, because this is, you can do it everywhere, yeah, during the time that I give, right? Okay, now, since we don't have question, okay, so I'm going to do some revision with you. Okay, because Tamadun Islam also cover in your final exam, okay, I think some student not really understand some concept of Islamic civilization, okay. There are sumber utama or the main sources in Tamadun Islam, whereby the Al-Quran is the first source in Islam. Okay, what's the Al-Quran? I think everybody know already, this is holy book in Islam, okay, in Islamic civilization, whereby it's the main source of whatever things that we have to justify the things that we are doing, okay, right. So if someone really think what are the stuff in Al-Quran, they actually beyond the human capability to see it in the logic, yeah, logical thinking, but it's the words from God, therefore we must follow, right? So in Al-Quran itself, it's not only like words like Allah say this and that. Also, the content of it has the muamalat, for instance, transaction. How are you going to do transaction in banking, for instance? You are not allowed to do riba. Riba means, you are giving high you are getting high profit when you lend people's money like alung, you know, those things. So riba, right? And then ulum means science. In Al-Quran itself, lots of science being taught. Okay, like ilmu falak, yeah, science of universe and everything. Okay, sorry. Also, we do have like certain verses like hadith, for instance, is like steel, you know, and many things. Like human itself consists of made by soil or tanah, right? So soil, when scientists try to find out what does it mean by this soil, okay, which means that our body consists of all these minerals, okay. So basically, Quran itself, when it says the word, it doesn't mean that it's technical, but it's more literal meaning. You know, when you really, sorry, when you really go through the technical meaning, then you know, literally, then you know the meaning of it. Yeah, and also in Quran, also we do have munakahat or marriage. Okay, and also we have tarik. Tarik means history, and Sharia means law, undang-undang, and the rest. Okay. And in Al-Quran itself also, you know, explain how we are going to have a good relationship, not only horizon, but also vertical. Vertical means our relation with God, with Allah, and also horizontal, with other human being or the other creatures. Okay, everything in Quran explain that how we're going to have a good relationship with our neighbors, our relatives. Okay. Even in economics also we have zakat, you know, we have sedekah. Why we have all this? Because it have certain, surely it have wisdom behind all these verses and you know, the commandment of God, yeah, of Allah. Right. And second source in Islam is Sunnah and Hadith. Okay, what is the Sunnah and Hadith? Okay, Sunnah basically is the words or the deeds of Prophet Muhammad SAW that sometimes the commandment of God, of Allah, needs explanation. Okay, means that Allah say perform the solah, right? Then how to perform solah? People asking Prophet Muhammad. Then Prophet Muhammad say, okay, this is the way how to take wudu, ablution, you know, wudu. Then take ablution and then pray. This is the way how to pray. So, you know, Prophet actually explain the the words of God, yeah, in Quran. Sorry. Okay, how about the ijtihad? Okay, ijtihad is the consensus of Muslims scholars. For instance, they might have like majlis ulama, you know, in Malaysia, for instance, we have ijma ulama, majlis ulama, the one that come out with the hukum. So, basically, it's a new hukum. For instance, we do have a new drugs, ecstasy, ice or whatsoever, okay, this kind of drugs. Because during Prophet Muhammad, there is no such drug, but they got the intoxicating drinks, right? So, during the ijtihad, the process of coming out with a new ruling or hukum based on Quran and Sunnah, the Islamic scholar will have consensus and then they will come out with a new hukum based on their own ijtihad. So there are certain criteria that people need to have ijtihad. They cannot simply like, you want to do ijtihad. No, there will be some criteria like, if I'm not mistaken, one of the criteria that you are masters, you hufaz or hafiz, you should master your Arabic and Quran, you know, you should memorize the whole Quran. Sorry. Okay. Right, we do have questions. Okay. So we do have one question. Do you have these notes in English? Of course, we do have these notes in English. Yeah? If you go to our MOOC, okay, you might find the translation of these slides. Yeah, this is why I choose this one, because this is our requirement, by the way, to use BM. So I use BM, but I use BM slide, but I will explain in English because some students they don't really understand, you know, English BM, so I explain in English. Okay. So we do have translation. If you go to our MOOC, we have BM and English translation. Right. How about from the other civilizations or culture, right? And this is another example of the source that we use from other culture. For example, Khalifah Umar Al-Khattab used the ministry system, okay, sistem kementerian, ministry system, that he take example of this ministry system from the Kerajaan Romawi or the Roman civilization, okay. This kind of system he adopts and practice in his own reign. Okay. Right, whatever is it from the other sources, yeah, it's just to we need to understand that they are not really like everything in Quran and Hadith. I don't say it's not sufficient, but the things there will be, you know, because we are growing, we have evolution, so we have new things come out, so we have to settle with all these problems, especially when it comes to hukum, you know, punishment or new ruling. So we have to have consensus, we have to look to other civilization what's the best, so to you know, to ensure that we live in a tranquility and harmony and, you know, Islamic way. So we have to adapt with the new culture, and then we have to go on, yeah. So we have to, you know, settle with all this, and then that's why we have example from other civilization, and also we perform ijtihad, right? Okay, this is basic of Tamadun Islam, yeah. I understand that some students they don't understand really akidah, what's akidah, what's syariah, and what's akhlak. Okay, akidah is very simple. Whatever that you have in your inner side, your, you know, your strong belief in the existence of God, of Allah, that means you have akidah, yeah. Because some people maybe they just, you know, they show they have you know, this akidah, but not really. Akidah not really like you can show from outside, but it's from your inner side that you only know how strong your akidah with Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So someone that confident and have this you know, strong belief in Allah, they will, you know, do everything in Islamic way without any hassle, without any problem, because they know that Allah is seeing them, you know. Whatever they do, they might get punishment in this world or hereafter, so they afraid of doing bad things, you know. So this is akidah, where people believe that Allah is there looking for them, you know, will give punishment, will give reward, so they will keep on doing good things, yeah. And also in akidah, we do have rukun iman, yeah, or faith. So number one is they believe in Allah, yeah. Someone who are Muslim, they must understand and they must believe that Allah is there, okay, watching everything, govern the whole world, okay, and the whole universe. There will be also angels, okay, and angels have different duties, like Mikael, for instance, giving, you know, nourishment and, you know, rizki and all. And then Malaikat Rizwan for Jannah, for paradise. And then we have also Gabriel, okay, the one that send message from Allah to prophet, yeah, prophets, okay. So we do have angels. We do have also the, you know, the old books, yeah, like Taurat, Injil, you know. And we do have also Rasul, 25 Ulul Azmi, okay. Why is different prophet with Rasul? Because prophets, they say that prophets we have hundreds of prophets in every civilization, in every you know, people or kaum, right? So a lot of prophets, hundreds of them. But there is 25 Ulul Azmi, the you know, chosen prophet, the one that chose because of their very big challenge, like, you know, Noah, for instance, you know, Noah, Ark of Noah. So they are being challenged by the people, okay, the one that said they're crazy, they are here, even they are threatened to kill, you know, to you know, by their people. and like Prophet Muhammad by his uncle, right? So they have a biggest challenge in their life in propagate Islamic idea, right? And also Hari Akhirat, okay, Yaumul Qiyamah, whereby people or we must, as a Muslim, they must believe that there will be the end of there is the end of the life, there will be the hereafter, okay, whereby everything is finished and then you will go either to paradise or hell. So they believe in this kind of thing, and their deeds in this world will be measured. So they will, if they believe in this one, they will afraid to do all this kind of problem because they don't want to go to hell, right? Right. And qada or qadar means sorry, means to believe in qada, and qadar means the destiny. Thanks. Destiny. I drink first. Okay, about the destiny, which means that people, when they think that there will be like challenge in our life, we will be tested, right? Death of our family members, or maybe fail in our exam, we're being down by our boyfriend or girlfriend, all this kind of problem. We really feel sad, feel down. So when it's qada and qadar means destiny is already fixed by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So we just accept it. We must be redha or accept, and then it will be good or good outcome of the things that we have faced. It will be like good result of it. We don't know. There's a wisdom behind all these tests. Okay, we just believe in Allah that there will be test for your iman, whether to get increase or to decrease. If you like, every time you get tested by all this challenge, then you feel very upset, then you angry to people, you angry to God. So where's your iman? That when people say where's your iman, right? So if you someone that possess iman, so we have to be patient with qada and qadar, or the test by God, or get God's destiny, right? About the Sharia. Sharia is very simple. The meaning of Sharia itself means law, okay? The jurisprudence. So it's very simple. Sharia means you just follow whatever things that Allah say. Okay, this is halal and this is haram. I think lots of things is halal and just few things is haram. So just don't do whatever Allah say is haram. So just do all the things that halal. Okay? So the principle of having Sharia is to have, to protect human life, okay, human dignity, human offsprings, okay. Right. Later we are going to talk more on Sharia because I understand that some students are a bit confused with Sharia. Okay. After this, I'm going to talk about Sharia. And now we want to stress on akhlaq. Akhlaq means character. Okay. Or moral or ethics, but don't really like say ethics and akhlaq is same thing. No, Islamic akhlaq and the ethics is different because akhlaq is more to the for the sake of God's pleasure or Allah pleasure. It's not like ethics, just ethics. Okay, this is ethics, medical ethics or whatever ethics. Then we just follow the ethics, right? There is no like result why you are doing this kind of ethics, just for your guidance only, right? But when it comes to akhlaq, we actually want to have or possess or seek for Allah's pleasure. Okay, there is there is motivation why we want to possess a good akhlaq. Okay, akhlaq also can be two types: akhlaq mahmudah and akhlaq mazmumah. If mahmudah means good akhlaq, that's why I said akhlaq means character, right? Okay, so good character or bad character. So mahmudah is how to differentiate mahmudah and mazmumah. Very simple. Mahmudah, because mudah in bahasa is like easy, right? So just think mahmudah, easy. So means it's good akhlak or positive akhlak. So all these, the mahmudah akhlak or the good akhlak actually will lead to Allah's reward, pleasure and everything. Okay, whereby the mazmumah, the bad akhlak, bad character, bad conduct will get the punishment from Allah. Okay, not only in hereafter, also this world. Sometimes when people say karma, right? So when you did bad things to people, what will happen to you? You pay cash by, by God. Like, or suddenly bad things happen to you, right? So something like that. Okay, right now. Just now I talked about the Sharia, right? Now I'm going to elaborate on the objective of Sharia. In Islam, we call this objective as maqasid Sharia. Okay, there are 5 things that actually we emphasize on Sharia. Why we want to follow Sharia or Islamic jurisprudence or law. First one is to protect the religion itself. Okay, when people say convert to Islam, they cannot simply, go back to their own, to their previous religion. They must just, practice all the Islamic values and be as a Muslim, or else, that's why when people say, very hard to convert to Islam, of course, because in last time we try to persuade someone who want to go back to their old religion, but third time should be killed. Okay, because why? Because they don't want like, Islam is just okay, we just convert Islam and then we come back to our old religion. Cannot. You really studied Islam. If you really want to convert, then convert. You really, with all your wholeheartedly, you convert to Islam. Because this is why we want to protect our religion. Secondly, we want to protect life. In Islam, we do have one hukum called qisas. Qisas means that if you kill someone, you can, being executed to, sentenced to death. Okay, but they will be like, a bit lenient because you have to, if say lah, someone kill someone, A kill B, so this A, okay, must go to B's family, okay, ask for forgiveness and must pay certain money that asked by the B's family. If the B's family want to settle that things, or if not, then you have to, face the death sentence punishment. Okay, it happened, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, to one of the Saudi's family. Okay, prince, very close to the family's ruling. One prince of Saudi killed one man in Saudi Arabia, and then failed to get the settlement with the one that he killed, that family. So they don't want to forgive him. They don't want to accept any money from him. So what happened is that he was sentenced to death. So, and they are very, how to say, it's not like Malaysia, we do it in cell, everything is in prison. No, over there, they just, they have to do it publicly. Okay, if you kill someone means, if you need to, to perform the punishment, it should be in public, so people would know who's, have the punishment today or not. So same goes to those, they have to cut the wrist if they steal something, so it will be in public. So that's why I don't surprise if the in Saudi Arabia, when they have the hudud law, is their criminal cases, decline. Yeah, not so much as the other states, yeah, from other country. Okay, right. How about to protect our akal? Akal means our mind. In Islam, we are prohibited to consume intoxicating drink. Okay, anything that intoxicating is haram. Okay, it doesn't matter is smoke or is drug itself, pills, anything. Sometimes last time they have tua or something, that will make you unstable, you unconscious. All this kind of thing is haram in Islam. Even your cigarette also contain like some of the nicotine is overdose or something, you feel high and you talk alone, you are unconscious, then it considered haram. Yeah, that's why in Islam we have the this Sharia, we have one of the objective is to protect our mind. We should be alert and should be conscious all the time. Okay. the number 4 is to protect the progeny or offsprings, because okay, how to protect our offspring or progeny? Because I mean through marriage, okay, through marriage. That's why Islam prohibit to have relation between the same same sex, and then or having sexual intercourse out of wedlock. All this kind of problem, it will affect the next generation, and I think in terms of, say lah, the father already died, and then how about the property to give to the child which is born out of wedlock? Can you imagine that? So it's very complicated, and then that's why Islam outrule this kind of thing, okay? They want to protect the progeny and offspring by having a by marital contract or marriage, yeah? And the last one is to protect our property. Okay, that's why Islam prohibit stealing and also robbery, because this violates people's right to possess property, right? I think you guys also feel, very, upset when people steal your money or your stuff, because that's your right to possess that. You bought that, by your own money, and suddenly people just take it, So when it comes to violation of your right, you feel not satisfied, and then that's why we have the law in this one. So by having the Sharia, those stealing people's stuff like property or something, when you say something that people stole your things, then the punishment is to cut the wrist, right? I think you guys know already. This is one of the hudud law. And by robbery and something will be severe penalty or punishment. Right. And I hope to have another live session with all of you in week 7. Okay. And in this week 7, what we are going to discuss or to do is, first, if you attend the class, you will have like physically to sign your coursework marks, okay? And I'm going to print out, or you can view in times. No, we don't use any more times. Sorry, we don't use any more times, so I will post in MOOC announcement. And over there also we have the assignment feedback, okay? Where I will discuss with you what is your marks and why what's the criteria that you have not meet my criteria, and what and then we do have also discussion on final exam format and requirements. So like I don't want to discuss it now or MOOC chat or what. I'm waiting for week 7 for me to discuss with you guys. And don't wait until week 7 to do revision. You can start from now. So what I can say is that the topic cover for your final exam is from week 1 until week 7, everything, okay? So you can go through the slides notes, okay? If you're good, enough, go to the library, get the textbook, okay? From there, you can share with your friends, discuss. If you don't have, if you don't know some ideas or some terms or what you need me to clarify with you, you can either MOOC chat with me, okay? Come up ask me to explain on certain terms, or maybe in week 7, you can come here to meet me face to face, or in our live session, just post your question. I'll try my best to answer your question, right? Okay. Since there is no more question, okay, I'm going to end this session, and thank you for your time of having me here in our forum. Okay, thank you so much.